I'd say all areas. I think as a coach, I think we can get better everywhere. And I think our players would agree on the same thing, especially our returners. We obviously fell short in some things last season on winning that Robertson Cup, so I would tell you that we want to be better everywhere this year. Outstanding division. I think when you look at it from whether it's Fairbanks or the Magicians or Janesville, Springfield, Cooley, it doesn't matter, Kenai, who you're playing. I think this season you're going to see a pretty fast division as it was last year, but most importantly, I think you got to, you look at the new coach up in Kenai River. I think he's going to bring a hard-nosed style of hockey to play against, which is going to be tough. You have Fairbanks and Coach Stewart up there who's going to be lights out every season. He does an unbelievable job. Same thing with Springfield. You're going to have good goaltending, young group of kids. Cooley region, they're going to pick up right where they left off last season. You have the Magicians where you have a veteran coach there that knows what it takes to win and build a hockey team. So I expect our division to be pretty tough this season from top to bottom. Our goals this year is the same as every season. We want all of our kids to advance, whether it's through the junior ranks or leave here with a Division I scholarship. And that's not going to change. It's our goal every season is to put every one of our guys in college, whether it's a 20-year-old or a 16-year-old. That's ultimately going to be our goal every season. The amount of commitments in our league, not just last year, but over the years, it continues to climb. And I think that just goes to show from the coaches and the ownerships that are in the North American Hockey League on what their priorities are. And I think priorities now are putting these kids into college hockey. Now, it shows by the numbers over the past years. Best thing about the showcase, I think every coach in our league would tell you, it's just the opportunity for our players to play in front of all the colleges and the pro scouts. It's remarkable how many show up to come watch the North American Hockey League and the players there. So I think it's probably going to be the same across the table in our league. It's just the opportunity to play in front of the scouts. Janesville, it's a community-driven town. It's one of these places that when you go to the store, people are going to know who you are as far as the players. They're going to ask for autographs. You have the river that runs through it. It's a remarkable place if you want to be outdoors, if you just want to be at the rink for the players. The amount of ice time they get, the gym facilities we have, and our corporate partners that we have here genuinely care about our players, and everybody in this town does whatever they can for our guys and make sure they have the opportunity and the support they need to continue their careers. I think you have to go back to what we talked about earlier, is the amount of commitments we've had last year and how it raises every season. The reason why it's one of the best places to play in the United States is you just look at the amount of commitments. I always tell everybody, the numbers speak for themselves, and the amount of kids we're putting into college hockey is pretty remarkable. So to me, obviously, I think it's one of the best places to play for a kid to develop and get the opportunities that he might not somewhere else to excel his career. So I think it just goes off the amount of kids that are advancing out of the North American Hockey League. I think our identity, we want to be a fast-paced hockey team. We want to play with a lot of pace. We want to be able to, score goals, but ultimately we want to play 200 feet and be just as hard to play against in our offensive or in the defensive zone as we are in the offensive zone. So we want to be a complete hockey team that plays at an extremely high, fast pace.